Welcome. All college students must produce papers and other academic documents. At colleges and universities in the United States, Microsoft Word is a commonly used word processing application. In this video, I would like to address a few fundamental skills in the use of Microsoft Word that will help you to improve the quality of the academic papers that you produce in your classes. You may be asked to prepare documents in a particular format, such as APA, American Psychological Association, or MLA, Modern Language Association. However, in this video, I want to address generic document formatting so that you can produce introductory level papers in a format that's easily read by your instructors. Common generic formatting requirements are 1-inch margins, indentation of the first line of each paragraph, type presented in 12-point Times New Roman typeface. I'll demonstrate these in a Microsoft Word document, but I advise you to always ask your instructor what is their preferred document format so that you can prepare your documents in the manner that your instructor expects. It's possible the instructor will say, particularly in an introductory course, may say that there's no preferred format. In that case, I recommend that you follow my advice for generic formatting. Here I'm displaying a generically formatted Microsoft Word document. In all student papers, make sure that you include your name, an identification of the assignment, and the date the assignment is due at the top of the first page of the paper. This document has margins set to 1 inch on all 4 sides. The text is prepared in Times New Roman 12-point, which makes the text readable for most people. And the text between the spacing between the paragraphs is the same as the spacing within each paragraph. And that's a configuration that's not typical in most default documents in Microsoft Word, and I'll show you how to remove that extraneous spacing. Also, each paragraph is the first line of each paragraph is indented about a 1/2 inch. So the combination of the paragraph indentation with the consistent spacing between each line of type is typical of academic style documents. To set the margins in a Microsoft Word document, we can use the menus. I'm working on a MacBook, so I have the Mac version of Microsoft Word. If you're working on a Microsoft Windows computer, your menus might be slightly different than mine, but the same functionality exists. For me, I click Format, Document. Here, I've set the margins to 1 inch on all 4 sides, top, bottom, left, and right. I then click OK. To set the type size, I select my text. For me, I press Control A. On a Windows computer, I press Command A. On a Windows computer, the complementary command is Control A. It selects all the text in the document and then I can choose Times New Roman from my font menu and choose the size of 12, meaning the text will be, each letter will be approximately 12 points high. Now, a point is simply a measurement. It harkens back to the days of manual printing, where there were 72 points within an inch. So just like centimeters and inches are each measures of distance, a point is also a measure of distance. To format each paragraph with a first line indentation, I must first select the paragraphs that will be indented. So I click at the beginning of the first paragraph, shift-click at the end of the last paragraph. This selects all the text that I wish to be formatted. At this point, I have to make a choice. I have three options. I can point my mouse within the selected area and right-click, choosing Paragraph, and then assigning a first line indentation of 1/2 inch to each paragraph. Or I can, from the menu, click Format, Paragraph, and again, I receive the same dialog interface. I can choose first line indentation of 1/2 inch. Or what I find easier is to use the indentation tool on my ruler to assign a 1/2 inch indentation to each paragraph that I've selected. Now, if you're attempting to follow along with me, you may not see the ruler in your Microsoft Word window. If that's true, click View and make sure there's a check in front of Ruler. So it's possible for me to disable viewing my ruler or enable viewing my ruler. I like to see the ruler because then, just at a glance, whenever I click within a paragraph, I can see where my left margin is set and where my indentation is set. To remove the extra spacing that Microsoft Word often adds at the end of each paragraph, we need to first select all the text to be reformatted and then re-enter the paragraph formatting menu. So to select all text in a document, on a Mac, I can press Command A. On a Windows computer, I could press Control A, and all the text, even if this were a multi-page document, all the text is selected. I then re-enter the paragraph formatting menu, either by placing my mouse pointer within the selected area, right-clicking and bringing up Paragraph, or clicking Format Paragraph. In both cases, I'm brought to the same menu. Here, I make sure that the spacing before and after each paragraph is set to 0 points, and that the spacing between lines is set to double. Click OK, and now there is no unnecessary spacing after each paragraph. I hope that you find it easy now to format the text within your document. And I'd like to show you two slightly advanced techniques that can make it easier to format your more complex academic papers. assume here that I'd like to start a new section in my document. And for that, I'd like to add a heading. So I'm not feeling too creative today, so I'm just going to call it Heading 1. Now, I could manually format this by making it bold and centering it. But if I do that, I have to remember to also go up to my ruler and reset the reset the indentation just for that one paragraph. Even though the paragraph is only 2 words long, it's still a paragraph. Otherwise, if I forgot to reset my indentation point, then this heading is not really centered between the margins. It's centered between the indentation point and the right margin. So instead of manually formatting this, I'm going to use a style. Now, in my document, I already have a style created with this formatting, centered between the margins, bold, text. I have a different style that is aligned on the left margin and bold. I have a third style that's aligned on the left margin, bold, italic. Now, you may notice these formattings as being the same as those used in APA style formatting, and that's because I have configured my installation of Microsoft Word to use APA style headings. And I'll show you how I did that in a moment. But for now, it's possible for me to simply use this style and apply it just to the text that I've selected. Now, by default, your installation of Microsoft Word likely changes the font size, maybe makes it blue. I'm going to show you how to change that in the document. First, manually format the text as you wish, meaning center it, bold it, whatever, assign italic, and then point to one of the styles that you would like to reformat, right-click, and choose Update the style to match the selection, meaning this style in my document will now be reformatted to accept or to remember this typographic formatting. So I'll demonstrate. I'm going to make mine italic, and I will make it red, and what else should I do? I'll make it a little bit larger. So now I can reformat this style to remember these formatting characteristics of 18-point type, Times New Roman, bold, centered, and red. So if I come down here and I want to create a new heading, when I assign that style, it remembers the same formatting characteristics. Now, looking at my list of available styles, you may see some differences with the list of styles that you see displayed on your Microsoft Word installation. There is no real consistent set of styles among all installations of Microsoft Word. We each create our own style set, and even if you've never used styles before, your set of styles might be different than your friend's set of styles. And that's because you're using slightly different versions of Microsoft Word. One's not better than the other. What makes a set of styles better is when the set of styles contains the formatting options that you need for your documents. Now, to use these styles in future documents, I need to save a template. So I'm going to delete all the text in this document. Notice my style for heading number 1 is still red, 18 points, bold, centered. And then I click File, Save As, or Save As Template. Both will get me to the same point. I'm going to choose Save As, and here from my list of file formats, I'm going to choose Word Template. And I'll name this template Test Template and save it. Now I'm going to close Microsoft Word and double-click the template file that I just created. Notice I am in a new Microsoft Word document that has yet to be saved because it's just by default named Document 3. It's the third document I've opened since I loaded Microsoft Word this morning. But I do have this heading that I need. So I can type some text here. Assign the heading, and it picks up the formatting of italic, red, Times New Roman, 18 point, and it's centered between the margins. So I now have a template with these style formatting attributes saved within the template, and I can use the template over and over and over again because each time I load the template, I actually get a new document that's based on the formatting stored within the template. Templates are very useful. For example, I frequently write documents in APA style. So I need to create a title page and use APA style headings within the document. I have a template that I created specifically to make it easier for me to write a paper in APA style. When I open the template, I'm presented with a new document, and everything in this document is formatted in APA style, with the headings already inserted, the page number already inserted, the title page with prepared in the proper format, and all I have to do now is change the information, and away I go. I don't have to think about formatting the document. I can spend just a few minutes entering some correct information for the paper I'm writing and get right into writing the body of my paper, not having to give a lot of time to thinking about the formatting of the document. I hope you found this video helpful.